Okay, so I had this intro planned out where I basically talked about the significance of the Super Nintendo on the video game industry and all that, but that's kind of boring and gay, so I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to just jump right into what you're here for, which is Mega Man X. This game has been almost universally praised as not only one of the best games on the Super Nintendo, but one of the best action platformers ever made. That's some really high praise, but does it deserve it? I don't fucking know. Let's find out. This is Mega Man X. Let's start from the beginning. Good place to start. So we boot the game up, and after seeing this whooshy whooshy Capcom logo, we see this intro sequence. Boring, skip. No, wait. This intro sequence is important because immediately the game is setting its tone. The lack of music, the mystery, the blaring alarms at the end. They all add up to setting the game's darker tone. This is important because this is one of the ways that Capcom chose to refine the genre for the 16-bit era. This is no longer the happy-go-lucky platformers of the NES era. We're in big boy territory now, bitch. Okay, the game isn't too dark. I mean, you fight a robot armadillo at one point, but we'll get back to that later. Basically, this intro does a wonderful job in getting me interested in the game, which is what all good intros should do. The darker tone, the mystery, the story all add up to me being invested. You've hooked me, game. Good job. Now let's see what you have in store for me. So I hit start after the title screen. Yeah, okay, moving on. And then the game starts and... Holy fuck, this music is amazing. Okay, let's get this out of the way now. One of the major ways this game fucking rules is the soundtrack. They take full advantage of the better storage space on the Super Nintendo with higher quality instruments, more complex beats, and overall a lot more pizzazz to the sound than the NES games. The music is wonderful through and through, and I'll point out some standouts as we go through the game. Not only is the music fantastic, however, the sound presentation as a whole is great. Sound effects are satisfying, shooting dudes feels great because of it. I mean, listen. It feels fucking good. Speaking of feeling good, this game feels real good to play. The controls haven't been changed much from the NES Mega Man games, which is great because those games controlled wonderfully. X can jump and shoot at the same time, charge up his shots for a more powerful blast, all that shit. And as a new addition, X has the ability to wall jump. This ability is awesome for two reasons. For one, there's a chance you can save yourself if you blow chunks of video games like me and fall into a pit. Just hop on out of there, you lucky bastard. And also, the stages now have a lot more depth to them because not only can you move left and right easily, but just slap a wall right there and you can go easily up and down. This alone makes Mega Man X, while fundamentally similar to the classic Mega Man games, feel different. Due to this increased verticality, there's a sense in the stages that you aren't seeing everything the stage has to offer just by blasting through it. If you want to see everything, you gotta stop and explore a bit. We'll get back to this exploration later though. Back to the intro stage. So, as most of you know, this stage does a great job at getting you used to the controls and mechanics. You fight some small boys, some big boys, some really big boys, get ass raped by some cars, then you reach the end of the stage. Alright, first boss, Purple Bobo Fett and Mech, here we go. Alright, things are going okay. I'm taking some damage, but that's okay. Oh, some more damage, good. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, help. Oh, he got me, fuck. Well, I guess I suck at this game more than I thought. Oh, okay, just kill me and let me try again, please. What the? Oh my god, it's... No. No, not yet. So this is Zero, and despite all the memes about him, he's pretty fucking cool. I mean, he did just save my life from that obviously scripted sequence, so I'm a fan. I'd also like to point out that his character introduction is brilliant and immediately makes you like him and idolize him, which is important for later. So let's see what this robot trap has to say.
X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him, he is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full power yet. If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am, lol.
Sorry, what? Zero comes in, he's basically like, you suck dick. We also gotta find Sigma's fortress, even though you don't even know who that is. Don't worry, I'll take care of that. You just focus on getting stronger and shit so you don't suck dick. Okay, bye. Like, what the fuck? Who is Sigma? Who are you even?
What is happening?
This is one of the things about Mega Man X I'm fairly mixed on. I believe that this game does a pretty poor job of telling its story within the game itself. I mean, like, it's not technical limitations. Look at games like Final Fantasy VI. That shows the games on the Super Nintendo can not only tell complicated and interesting stories, but it can all be told within the game itself. However, I also kind of like the lack of story in Mega Man X at the same time, because that means there's no bullshit here. No overly long cutscene explaining what's happening, no mashing A for too long to get past text, you just hit start and play the game. That's why I'm mixed on it, because I know players who care about the story will be left out to dry, but if you're like me and don't really care that much, then you can just start right off and play the fucking game. There's also another reason I kind of like the lack of story here, but we'll get to that later. So now we've beaten the intro stage and we get a stage select of 8 stages to choose from. Yeah, I'm looking up a guide. Okay, first stage, Chill Penguin. Well, this stage is pretty easy. You got some choppy boys, some rabbits, some roly boys. None of them are really that bad. And for an ice stage, there's a strange lack of ice physics. That's not a complaint, by the way, because fuck ice physics. Anyways, I'm making my way through this stage and... Whoa, what the fuck is that? Holy shit, it's Dr. Light! Okay, so basically, Light hit a bunch of these capsules that contain upgrades for X throughout the world before he died, in case X needed to fight, which, you know, he does for some reason. So now we gotta find him. And also because this particular upgrade was on the main path and impossible not to see, we know that stages are going to have hidden shit and we gotta keep an eye out for them. So thanks, game. This is what I was talking about when I said there's a sense of exploration in this game that's not present in the classic games. And now the wall jump allows us to explore these stages in a fun and interesting way to find not only these upgrade capsules, but also other cool shit. This is another key way Mega Man X refines the formula, by adding an element of exploration to make gameplay much more fun and exciting. You could just beat the stage like a normal game, or if you have a keen eye, you can find a cool upgrade. It's great. Also, these upgrades are entirely optional, so if you don't care to look for them or don't like to explore the stages, there's no need to bitch, you stupid fuck. Anyways, this capsule is the leg upgrade, which gives X the ability to dash. This is the only upgrade in the game that's required to get, but that's not really an issue for me since this upgrade is fucking awesome. You can dash super fast on the ground with the press of the A button. Suddenly, Mega Man X goes from a game with about the same pacing as an NES platformer to a super speedy game where you can do ridiculous shit thanks to this ability. It makes it easier to avoid attacks, you can dash and then jump to jump higher and farther, and you can just generally get a move on. Even though I can get carried away with it sometimes, this upgrade is awesome and a great addition to the game. But let's keep going through the stage. I shoot these birds for a bit, ride a ride armor for a few seconds, get bombarded by snowballs. Fun times. And then I get to the boss. Chill Penguin. Yeah, he's easy. Now we got an ice weapon. On to the next stage. There's really not much to say about the stage itself. You got some platforming over bottomless pits, so if you suck like me you might die a few times, but other than that, there's nothing too bad here. This stage is also the first where you can find a heart tank, which permanently increases X's health by a little bit, and a sub-tank, which can be used to restore health when it's filled up all the way. Keep an eye out for these. Heart tanks are in every stage and sub-tanks are in half of them. We also get an upgrade here for X's helmet, which allows him to headbutt and destroy certain blocks above him. Yeah, I don't like this one that much. Definitely not as useful as the dash. It's just too situational. So we make our way through the rest of the stage and now it's time to fight Storm Eagle. Yeah, he's easy too. Now we got the Storm Tornado, which kicks ass. Fucking ass rapes nearly every enemy in the stages. It's good, basically. Next. This stage brings up a really damn cool mechanic in this game. Depending on the order you beat bosses, some of the stage's level design can change. For example, in this stage, the level is usually covered with lava that does a fuck ton of damage. Ow. But if you beat the ice stage before it, the lava is all cooled down, meaning you can cheese a good chunk of this stage by running underneath it. This is also how you get the heart tank in this stage. Speaking of collectibles, there's another sub-tank in this stage that you need the head upgrade for, and another upgrade capsule that also requires the head upgrade. Assuming you can make this super fucking precise jump. No, seriously, fuck this. You have to be pixel perfect, and if you fuck up by accidentally breaking a block and then falling, you gotta die and try again. It's fucking stupid. But when you finally do make it, you get an upgrade to X's arm, which... holy shit, that's a big charge shot. That's... ooh, I like it. Anyways, we finally get to Flame Mammoth, and he's definitely a bit tougher than the first two bosses, being on a conveyor belt and all. But we have his weakness, the Storm Tornado, so he's still pretty fucking easy. And with that, we got the Fire Wave, which is a straight up fucking flamethrower. Wow, that's really fucking awesome. On to the next stage. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh. The music in this stage is so fucking good that it makes... fuck. I mean, I could talk about how the stage's power goes out if you beat Storm Eagle stage before selecting this one, which is super cool, and the stage changing mechanic as a whole adds a ton of depth and replayability to the game. But who cares when the music has made me come 3 times since I started this stage? There's also this bullshit part with these zoomy boys who are like impossible to avoid. Anyways, now we get to the boss and... Oh, wow, is this... Is this the entire... Wow. This is sad. Well, now that we killed a helpless animal brutally, we got an electric weapon. That's cool, right? Next! This stage is a motherfucking roller coaster, baby! You got bats, fucking moving platforms that you can dash jump off of, and it's like, whoa! You got these diggy boys that you can just completely fucking destroy with the flamethrower. So much fun. This stage fucking rules. The boss is also not a complete joke. He can hit pretty hard and his attacks are fun to avoid. And he's also fucking impossible to beat with your default weapon. Oh my fucking god. No, but overall, super fucking great stage. And when we beat the boss, we get the rolling shield. It's not much by itself, but when it's charged up, it becomes a super great shield weapon that protects you from most smaller enemies and also lasts an unlimited amount of time. That's pretty sweet, man. Next stage. Oh fuck, it's a water stage. Wait, actually it's not too bad. These fish that vor you are a little annoying, and also fighting the submarine boy over spikes is... Whoa, that was fucking close. There's also these long ass boys who you can get on top of and just... Or you can just use Storm Tornado and... Wow, that's kinda sad. We're pretty fucking decked out, aren't we? Launch Octopus himself is another damn good fight, but I will say he's really fucking hard without the dash upgrade or his weakness, so just don't pick him first. Well, now we got the homing missiles that are fucking awesome. Who needs to aim anyway? Next stage.
Oh, but you forgot to get the high tank and icy Penguigos stage.
Oh shit! Okay, cool, got it. Now next for real. You know, this intro thing is getting pretty fucking annoying, so I'm just gonna stop. This is Boomer Coenger, so yeah. If you got a problem, then fucking deal with it, bitch. This stage is pretty cool. It's almost entirely vertical, so you gotta use the wall jump and platform in unique ways. There's really not much else to say about it. It's a cool stage. The music's pretty fucking rad too. And then the fight with Boomer Coenger is actually a really challenging and fun fight with just the default weapon, but with his weakness... yeah. I don't mind it though. The boss fight should be easier with its weakness, otherwise what's the point of it being a weakness? The weapon we get from him is a sweet boomerang weapon that can be used to pick up items from a distance. Not bad at all. And we can also use it to get the sub-tank we missed in Spark Mandrill stage. Sweet. And final stage. Here we go! It's Stink Chameleon. This stage usually doesn't have water in it, but since we beat Launch Octopus's stage before it, the beginning of the stage is flooded with water, meaning we can get this heart tank down here. And there we go. Every heart tank in the game. Look at that health bar. Now that's a fucking health bar. Now we climb up here and fight this mini boss that honestly takes a little too long, and we get the final upgrade capsule. This one is a body upgrade, giving us 50% damage reduction. So, we take half damage. That's fucking rad. And with that, we have the entire first armor completed. X looks way more badass than he did before. This is sweet. This game is sweet. I fucking love this game! So now we make our way through the rest of the stage, deal with these Rocky boys, go through another ride armor section, and we get to Sting Chameleon. Yeah, he's easy with his weakness. And now we got the final weapon, the Chameleon Sting. And with that, X is fully decked out and ready for the final stages. Oh, wait just a minute! Do you want to get a weapon that can kill anything in one hit? Yeah? We'll just go back to Armored Armadillo stage, die 4 times in a row at this very specific point, and you'll get just that! I'm sorry, what? This is an Easter egg in this game, and it only works once you get every item and upgrade. The weapon itself is the Hadouken from Street Fighter, complete with an adorable little voice sample. This thing will kill anything in one hit, but you have to input the button combo from Street Fighter, quarter circle attack, and you have to be at full health to use it. But still, a pretty cool Easter egg nonetheless. And with that, Zero has found Sigma's fortress. I guess he's a bad guy or something? I don't know. And we're on to the true final stages. The first stage immediately is not fucking around, with these big turtle boys in your way and a pretty tricky platforming section. But it's the final stages, they should be challenging. So we're just making our way along and... oh shit, it's Vile! Fuck. Are we gonna kick his ass? We better be able to kick his ass. Oh shit, Zero. Shit's about to go down. Oh fuck, what happened? What happened? Uh-oh. Oh dear god, no. Well, this is the end again. Oh shit! But wait, Zero! And Vile's still alive! Oh fuck, we gotta do it. We gotta do it for Zero! No, but for real though, this is a great moment. Even though with Vile's weakness, the fight isn't too bad, but still, so satisfying to finally be able to kick this asshole's ass. Fuck yeah! But, wait, Zero?
X, I've taken too much damage. Auto repair systems can't handle it. My power is fading fast. Your power is greater than I thought. Maybe you can destroy Sigma.
Oh, fuck. Now we really gotta do it for Zero. Okay, but to get real again for a second, this entire sequence is wonderful for many reasons. For one, it's awesome to kill Vile, because it shows how much we've grown since the beginning of the game. Secondly, Zero, who is this idol figure from the beginning of the game, has died. It's almost as if the game developers are saying, you don't need him anymore, you're strong enough to handle this shit now. The torch has been handed from him to you, and now you are the strongest character. You have become Zero, your arc is complete, and now you gotta stop Sigma from, I don't know, being evil or something. It doesn't really matter for this game in particular, since the focus is so heavily on X's journey to reach his full potential. But we're ready, we gotta do it, we gotta beat Sigma and save the day. There's really not much to say about the rest of the final stages other than they're a great challenge and require you to use all the skills and weapons you've acquired throughout the game. You also fight all 8 of the main bosses again as you traverse through the stages, but also each stage has its own unique boss at the end. They're all pretty easy once you know their weaknesses, with the exception of this dumbass stupid spider boss in the first stage that can go die in big stupid stinky hole. God damn, there's so much happening here. You gotta figure out the path that it goes down and where it's gonna end up so you can avoid getting hit, but also it moves so fast that even doing that is hard. On top of that, he also randomly throws smaller spiders down that you gotta avoid while trying to figure out its route, and on top of that, you can also only hit it when it's at the bottom, and the time frame for doing so is way too narrow. And finally, he has no weakness. You just have to use the X-Buster. Now, to be fair, a charge shot with the X-Buster does a fair amount of damage, but still, it's fucking ridiculous. Fuck this fight. There's so much to keep track of that trying to fight it is like trying to juggle knives while driving in rush hour traffic with 3 kids screaming in the back seat about how they want ice cream. Just shut up! But other than that atrocity, the stages are a lot of fun and the bosses are too. And then we get to the final stage. This stage is nothing but a giant vertical shaft with these wormy boys in case you need to fill up sub-tanks. That's a nice touch. We reach the top and... Whoa, it's Sigma!
Welcome. I see you managed to get here by yourself. Very impressive. I could destroy you, but I would not rob my pet of that pleasure. He knows how to deal with betrayers. Should you leave, I will be waiting for you. Don't disappoint me, X.
Oh shit, we're fighting his dog. Okay, and... Well, time for phase 2. Sigma himself, with a lightsaber. Cool, and holy fuck he hurts. Oh god, can't even imagine if you didn't get that body upgrade. Like, geez man. But if you don't suck, you should be able to take him out without too much trouble. And with that, we did it. Uh-oh. Are you ready for a kick-ass challenging final boss? Because this is it. The music is great, the boss itself hurts like a motherfucker, and you gotta plan your hits out since you can only hit his head. But with the sub-tanks, and if you're on a complete reckless asshole like me, ow, you should be able to take him down. And with that, we've done it. Mega Man X is finished. And now we get early 90s Super Nintendo Edge, with X looking over the horizon wondering why he had to fight the bosses are called Mavericks. Cool. The next few games in the X series go over more of what the Mavericks are and, well, the overall story and world of Mega Man X, so I'll cover that whenever I look at the next games in the series, but this ending is fucking funny to me in the best way possible. What an angsty teen X is. There's also a nice cast roll where you see all the enemies and bosses you encountered throughout the game, and the music here is wonderful. Zero, I'm so sorry! Also, if you sit through the credits long enough, you find out that you only destroyed a temporary body of Sigma, and that he'll be back, clearly setting up the next game. Cool. So that was Mega Man X, and you're probably wondering why I chose to look at each part of the game individually. Well, it was to take you through this journey with me, because Mega Man X is a special game. The only way to really convey the sense of growth and the sheer fun factor of this game is to go through the entire game one step at a time. Let me just say, Mega Man X's praise is more than earned, with its super tight controls, the wicked fast pacing, the great challenging but fair level design, except the exceptions I mentioned throughout the review, but those are few and far between. The rockin' soundtrack, the great game feel, the replayability with the boss orders and the stage-changing mechanic, and the overall fun factor, it's more than obvious to me that this is easily one of the finest games on the Super Nintendo, and in turn, one of the best games of its genre. The way that it refined the action platformer with a level of fun and polish that was never seen on the NES is astounding and a testament to the game and the Super Nintendo's quality as a whole. On a personal level, this is also one of my favorite games of all time, and one that I go back to very often because of how fun I find it to play. Basically, I find this game both subjectively and objectively fantastic, and easily consider it as one of the best games ever made. And this is just the first Mega Man X. That's how you start a fucking series.